Vietnam. Offering a general reading. Explore this as it feels a fit for you. And I hold the intention that this serves well whoever listens, whoever hears this, that it meets you when you need it, as you need it. This may or may not be a fit, so listen intuitively, and if it doesn't resonate, it might not be ready to hear it, or it might not be the right message for you. So working with the Soul Tarot, going to explore the earth energies, or the yin, and the Rider-Waite for the fire, the action yang, and how can those come to balance, or co-creating balance, and what messages might serve. Also have the Gilded Reverie deck for any clarification. Right away I'm here and stand ground. You may need to ground, whether that's with some hematite, putting your feet in dirt. If you're not eating enough, eating might be a way to ground. I'm not encouraging emotional eating or overeating. It really depends on your situation. So how do you bring that air energy down? Could be meditation, coming into the root chakra, rolling tennis balls under your feet. Save space, or make space, make time for you. And remembering that your energy is what is reflected back to you. Knowing that energies of the vibrations, frequencies of thoughts, actions with love and hope and faith are far different than actions, words, thoughts, the vibration of fear and insecurity. We're human, and exploring that experience here. And it shows up in different ways. How can you readjust? Set the dial. Got a lot there, but it flipped over, so let's see. I don't know. Choice. Knight of Pentacles, so fast action in the material plane, charging in, Knight charges in. Maybe that's what you want, but perhaps also something new coming in. So when you're ready, in divine time, it's going to happen and it's going to begin. Ace marks new beginnings. 5 of Cups. So I normally take that as despair. And again, in this waiting game or uncertainty about a new beginning, having faith in this new beginning can be, an act of forgiveness. It can be embracing new changes, and with those changes, sometimes there's letting go, especially if it happened fast, like a Tower moment. That's not the Tower card, but simply saying. So while the emotions might not see the in-between of beginning on the material plane to fulfillment, 5 in between means you're getting there, but really calling on your faith and your care, and drawing in the energies. So in your meditation, in your walks out in nature, what thoughts are rolling through your mind, and how can you really tune into gratitude. 10 of Wands, burdens. Give those burdens to Spirit. You don't have to take it on, take it up. So again, if you're holding ground, you need to lighten your load so that there's not this tugging feeling. Having strength, trusting in your own strength, believing in your own strength. I'm going to take that right here. 3 of Cups in reverse. So 3 of Cups is about celebration. 1 would mark new beginning, new change. 2 sometimes is like considered a soulmate card. It all depends on the context of the cards and the particular situation, which is why general readings may or may not fit, or any reading for that matter. So are you allowing celebration for the strength that you are, for what you've overcome? Are you so filled with the burdens that you're not seeing the opportunity to embrace your personal strength and celebrate the milestones? Jumping 1 to 10, that's huge. Page, learning to express. It's also, while emotion, the cups are suits are about expression, about expression. Why am I saying that again? I also believe that receptivity go hand in hand with the cup suit. So how are you receiving your own, not only intuitive guidance, but the emotions, and how that can play part in not only the clarity, but how you receive that moment and receive guidance. I'm getting a little change is the only constant. So not crying over spilled milk, but beginning anew because you are anew at this strength, and celebrate the differences in your perception, and celebrate the opportunity to both express and receive emotional, intuitive guidance. I think social, emotional, emotional intelligence, intuitive hits, it's all kind of intertwined, and some of it, the ego kind of buffers up against it, but if you keep looking under the layers, what can you learn? Lover's card is about choice and opportunity. Give way. Are you giving away your power? Are you standing your ground to receive wholeheartedly? Love is an offering. Love is a choice. Love is an energy. It's an action. And ideally it's not set on conditions. So crying over spilled milk is that blocking. Not allowing yourself to receive is that blocking. Not celebrating and only seeing the lack is that blocking. There is strength in your power to hold your ground and illuminate your energies. And if you're holding on to something, what burdens can you release to receive? this off to the side. Can always, and we're going to keep strength up. Two of Swords, discernment. So again, flying back to the past, holding on to the past. Where are your thoughts taking you? And what follows that choice of those thoughts? So each thought brings something in. It filters your experience, your emotional response. I just want to look at this. Eight of Pentacles. So are you allowing the communication? Where are you allowing the communication to come in? How are you vibrating? What is your truth? And what can you cut out? So let's look at the yang, or the fire. So we trust that as letting go, the yin energy can begin to come into balance and receptivity. There's strength in that place of pause to allow a new beginning and to let go of what doesn't serve. So what actions, what forward movement energy, rise above what weighs down. So I'm going to smolder a fire, so that comes in with the yin. The yin energy has to be receptive. The yang rises up and moves. So what movement, what message? It's a challenge to rise up and stand strong, to move powerfully. So if that feels uncomfortable, that's a growth point. And when you're out of your comfort zone, growing, what a beautiful place that is. I kind of feel like when you feel you're like 100% ready, like what are you missing? I thought about that as a mother. If I really felt like I was ready to be a mother, whoa, like what was I missing? I hope that makes sense. It's just, are we ever ready? You take that leap of faith. Make it happen. I'm gonna go with this. Okay, so that makes sense for what I'm saying. 7 and 7 teaching you. So what is that teaching you? That experience of your own action-oriented, or your own expression of self in yang form, in action. What is that teaching you? Saying teaching because it's 7. So if there's some delusionment of how things should be, if you believe you are you boxing yourself in, confusing yourself simply through your own expectations, and how are those expectations pressed upon you culturally, emotionally? Are those emotions weighing you down? Are they filtering how you can see the steps ahead, how you can see the beauty and light of yourself, how you can see your counterpart, how you can see your fears? You can continue to work to rise above and be the light you are. And trust that as you work through the emotions in the moment, you're sowing seeds for what you want to receive on the material plane. It goes hand in hand. See that swooping energy that's happening here? So it's that air up and grounding in to your strength. Bottom of the deck. Oh, 2 threes of cups here. So celebration, celebrating your truth, celebrating your light, and each thought that you conquer, each emotion that you learn from, each experience that you grow from, it's all, I mean, that's a huge feat. Imagine your angels just cheering you on, your guides saying yes. And when it's not happening, they're still there. They're still there to love you and hold you. It's unconditional. Trust that you can be unconditionally held on this planet and experience all this, and you're still divine light. You're still a beautiful expression. You're human being, not designed to be a perfect person. There's no such thing. What elements can you capitalize on? And what can you allow to burn away as this fire energy? Just write it down. Write that letter. Write that list. Burn it. So we're going to let go of this. Letting go. Embracing strength. And so I can co-create, capitalize on strength, capitalize, sow seeds, what mindset, what message would serve here. Let go of what doesn't serve and open to opportunity, to open to great. Okay, what was that word that just came out of my mouth? I don't even know. I don't even know. Step into your greatness. Know when to push forward, know when to pull back. And respecting space, respecting self, honoring your truth, your light. You're meant to shine. I'm here now's not the time, so not forcing it. Whether that's not forcing yourself, not forcing the connection. Maybe there's something more you're not seeing in your future, and that's okay. It's okay. You're just being open and keep taking care of yourself. You got this. And we're here with you. You're never alone. And you are loved. You're loved. Going with this? No, it doesn't feel right. Okay. Nothing is wasted. So if it feels like shit just hit the fan, or whatever happened in the past, or what you believe you're not doing right now or you should be, that's all part of your growth. All part of your growth. And all the energy is being recycled. But it can't be recycled until you choose to let go of it. So offer it up. Offer it up. Lighten your load so you can spread your wings to fly. You don't need what weighs you down. Slow and steady wins the race. So taking your time. I always think of that part in Nemo when they ride the current. Oh, that movie is great. They're all great. So little by little, day by day, just keep swimming. And know when it's time to take a break. Know when it's time to jump in. Got 2 8s, 8 and 8. Keep that one out. Oh, that was the next bottom on the deck. BPs. Alright. Any other messages? So nothing's wasted. Think about compost. And it goes back to the tree, it goes back to the seeds. You're your own worst enemy is what I'm hearing. No limitations. You are unlimited in your potential. There's much for you to share. So much for you to share. Each thought plants a seed on how you proceed. So that time you sit in meditation, that you write in your journal, that you listen to that TED Talk, you read that book, you do your yoga. It's a milestone, so that's worth celebrating. And the more you do it, the more you can feel good about it and understand what you're here to do, or how to use the gifts that you have, and slowly bring it forth, but let it happen between the ears, and that takes strength. It takes strength. Pray today in every way, and let it come through you. And be open to receive. Blessings, opportunities. But if your thoughts are so wrapped in, I know I do this to myself, like you're thinking too much, you miss some of the intuition, the embodied response. So you're not seeing because you're thinking. You can't expand out. You want to let yourself shine and open up to cultivate your greatness, embody your strength. Hearing sever ties. So that might mean cutting cords, that might mean putting someone on the shelf. It's just what brings you down. And some of those ties might be ones that are the naysayers. What's calling from your heart different from what's kind of pushing you into your negative thought patterns. And some of that's other people aren't responsible for the way you think and act. It's simply, are you supported and held for who you are? And you want to surround yourself with those who love you unconditionally for you. Not what you do for them, not what you have, but who you are. I'm so grateful for those people that have been in my life who seen all sides of me, and they're still there. So it's not always about being perfect. It's about being human and being. Brene Brown, in one of her talks about trust, talks about marble jar friends. After a discussion with her daughter, Part of it is those little things build trust, but the bigger part is that when you're also that person that allows yourself to be held, you also build trust. So if there's that balanced receptivity of yin and yang, of giving and loving, and also allowing yourself to be held, that's sacred. Part of your sacred journey to allow that. And I keep seeing the yin and yang. My daughter made me a yin and yang ceramic container, and I keep with it something else she made me that said, turn your scars into stars. It's a choice in how you see it. It's an opportunity for growth, a choice for change, and to rise up in your strength and plant seeds for a new beginning. And we did have Ace, and the Ace of Pentacles was on the table with this read. And always returning back to it. It takes practice to keep moving forward, so you're not like that frog in the well. Life happens like that too, and that's okay. Until you're ready to lighten your load and change your pattern, then you move up. Let's see. Change is the only constant. Ground yourself. You might want it to happen right away. And that made sense with the Ace from Ace to 10. Slowly. I think it'll happen quickly. But your brain has to be open to what's happening behind the scenes. I hope that made sense. Just trust and allow. Love this. No limitations. Well, that is it for this general reading. Take what resonates, a nugget or none of it. Sending lots of love and light. Satnam.